Hey, what's up? I notice everyone is hyped over this Ozempic stuff, and there are other ones, that are not as extreme or like not surgery, keto, or maybe like a Mediterranean. The original diet was a guy named William Banting, and I think he was like 40 pounds overweight, which might be like medically obese. So I'm not sure, but it wasn't that bad. That's like the average weight in American hold. He went to his doctor and he got him on like a low carb, low sugar, I guess, diet. He dropped the weight. He ended up writing like a pamphlet or something about it called like The Cure to even though that wasn't so extreme, you could see how like even at the start of it, people were like, how do I get it away? What's the cure to it? One time I did a water fast and that dropped a ton of weight for me. I was as skinny as I ever was and it made me sick. I wouldn't recommend that, especially like if you have a goal. Like a water fast is good for a cleanse. I don't know if it's recommended for like people who want to drop a ton of weight. Whatever you end up getting on, whatever program, I think it takes time. Even the route I took, being like 400 pounds, and everybody telling me, like, oh, you're not gonna be able to do that. You're not gonna be able to run that long. It's not that easy. And they were right, but they didn't know how determined I was. And even that route that I took, as extreme as it was, I think that took time too. I still got work to do. I think time is essential to any diet. So we have to keep that in mind. We can't just expect anything to work like that. Especially don't do that thing where you're like looking up what's the quickest. Because the truth is, if you're determined, you'd start today. I read somewhere once that time is only your ally and nothing else. And that kind of settled in for me. And ever since then, I realized that time is not hurting me and I shouldn't be so hostile towards it. I should embrace it and understand that it's doing a lot for me, a lot more than it's not doing for me. My advice would not be to stop eating this and to go on this diet and to do this exercise. My advice is none of that. My advice is, if it's too much for you, even a little, don't do it. I know that sounds crazy, but if you want to eat, you should eat. And if you don't want to work out, don't work out. Because the truth is, the only thing that's going to push you over that hill is being sick of where you already are. That is essential to making a drastic change in your life. And if you can't do that, then you're always going to go back because you're not sick of it. And you see, when I put it like that, it makes sense, don't it? But it's not that simple when we let it spin in our minds. If it's meant to be for you, it's meant to be. The hard thing is being honest, and that's harder than actually getting on a program and telling people and posting stuff and saying like, hey, I'm doing good. The harder thing is to just be honest and say, hey, I ain't ready for it now. Good luck with whatever you are on right now. But if it's too much pressure and you got a lot going on right now, listen, man, take a break. Whoever you are, take a break and worry about your other stuff first. Looks are not everything. And even when you get there, you won't have everything. And there's something sort of annoying about that. And if you are struggling with that, comment about it. Let me know. Have a good day. And I'll see you in the next one.